Hi, I'm Dr. Cindy Niebel. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a technique that we've been using here at the St. Louis University School of Medicine to try to reduce test anxiety. The technique is called reflective writing, but before I really get into it, I want to give a little background for why this is an effective strategy. So this strategy is importantly used for times when we're really anxious. And what happens when we're anxious is that part of our working memory, our sort of attentional resources, are devoted to monitoring for that thing we're worried about. And this made really good sense when we were like on the grasslands worried about lions. To have part of our brain that even when we're not like actively thinking about it, to have part of our brain that's just like monitoring, like always looking out for like, is there a lion, would help us to react more quickly and probably save our lives. So there's a really good reason for why we have this, but it is far less useful when the thing we're worried about is an exam. It doesn't really do much good to be constantly monitoring for the exam that's coming. So the reason why that's really a problem is that we're taking up some of our attentional resources, so that when we are anxious, that means we can no longer have as much space as we need for effortful problem solving, right? So this is a problem when we're trying to use really all of that working memory, all of that brain power to do really hard problems, to retrieve things from the past. And so when we're doing a lot of really effortful work, that's where we see a problem with anxiety. And so what we want to do is try to offload that, get rid of that constant monitoring, so that we can then use that space for better and more effective problem solving and retrieval. So how do we do that? One way to do that is with this technique called reflective writing. And there's lots of really nice research now showing that this works for this purpose. So what you're going to do is spend 5 to 10 minutes writing, journaling. You can type it, you can write it, it doesn't matter. What this does is essentially offloads that anxiety. So instead of it holding on to it up here, it's like your brain says, oh, okay, that's over there, I can pick it back up later. And you will. This is a temporary effect. It doesn't last forever. Research is out on exactly how long this effect lasts. So it's not something that you would just do it once and never feel anxious again. Instead, it's something where you would do it, and for a little bit of time, you would have better use of your working memory resources. So here we've been seeing really great results for students who do this right before they take exams. We see much higher exam performance, and that is on these exams that take a lot of thinking, right? Where they have to problem solve and reason through things. Presumably, this would also help considerably with learning, right? So before you have a big effortful learning activity, this kind of reflective writing would also open up working memory resources so that you could more effectively learn. Similarly, it should work for other performance-related anxiety, again, assuming that that performance is going to require some amount of working memory capacity, right? If you're really effortfully working in your brain during that performance, then having more brain capacity will help, okay? So this isn't necessarily something that's going to help for easier tasks. It's going to help for things where we're really effortfully problem solving and retrieving. So again, it's 5 to 10 minutes of writing. I would recommend doing this probably once every hour or two. If you have a long exam, here we have students taking 6, 7, 8 hour long exams. So we recommend they do this during breaks. But if you have a shorter time period, this should work just to do it the one time. I hope that that is helpful for you, and that you're able to reduce test anxiety a bit.